Hello, welcome in. Hi guys. Happy Tuesday. It's TikTok Tuesday here at Resin Rockers. We are doing a live tutorial and this is going to be one you won't want to miss. We are going to be demoing a new snow globe tumbler kit for you all, and I think it's one that you guys are really going to enjoy. We try to take feedback from you guys and turn it into something great with the product, and I think that is what we have done today. Hi Melissa, welcome. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to get all my supplies ready. I'm going to be drilling my cup. I'm going to do this all from start to finish, everything from drilling the cup all the way to sealing it up, and you guys are going to get to see the finished product by the end of the live, which is super exciting. Hi Kay, how are you? Welcome guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for the likes too. Likes, share, follows, all of those things benefit me and my company, so I highly appreciate it. Hi Letty, welcome in. All right, so couple supplies that you're going to need if you've never done a snow globe tumbler before. You will need a drill of some kind. This is just a regular DeWalt drill. I use a 5/16 inch drill bit. This is the size that you're going to want to use if you're going to use our plug mold. Hi Lisa, welcome in. Hey Taylor. Hi guys, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you guys in here. I appreciate ya. Thanks for sharing, liking, following. You guys are awesome. So the tumbler that I'm using today, this is basically a non-branded version of the Starbucks tumbler, the 24 ounce that usually has the logo on it. This does not have the branding on it. We sell these in our shop. They are the same exact manufacturer, same exact quality. It just allows you a little bit more real estate to customize it. So we are going to customize it today, and I'm going to show you exactly how. So this kit will come with the 24 ounce tumbler. It comes with 2 ounces of the glitter that we'll be using today called Lemonade, which is a custom chunky tinsel mix. It's stunning. You're going to love it. It also comes with a 6-pack of little inclusions that we'll put in the snow globe tumbler. And if you haven't guessed the theme yet, you're going to be able to guess it very soon. But it comes with the trees, some glow-in-the-dark stars. It has some little campfire flames, some suns, moons, and then, or stars and moons. And then we have some glitter shapes that are some pine trees and some little mushrooms, so little mushies that I think you guys are gonna like. And then these are the decals. So if you've been wanting to make one and you are an outdoorsy type, I like to glamp, so I'm not a huge like, let's pack up our tent and head out to the woods. No, that's not for me. So the camper is where it's at for me. So this is called the Cutest Little Camper. It comes with all of these decals to finish off your tumbler. You're gonna get some mushies, you're gonna get some s'mores, you've got your little campfire here, this moon, the stars, and of course some pine trees because hello, you're camping, right? So we're out in the wilderness. So these come with the kit as well. The only thing that you will need additional is going to be your fill, which is what I'm using today is from Two Moms Craft Shack. It's called Magic Flow. You can also make your own if you have clear Elmer's glue, which and distilled water. You can just mix the two of those. If you decide to go the glue route, I usually do 1 part glue to 2 parts distilled water. That is how I make my mix, but I actually like Two Moms Craft Shack's solution more because it is glycerin based and it has just a really nice flow to it. So super easy to use, super easy to seal. It's just great to work with. Hello, hello. You're out at your camper right now? No way. That is awesome. Well, this is like the perfect tumbler for you. You should be drinking out of this tumbler while you're camping. All right, so we are going to be sealing up our tumbler today with the Resin Rocker Soft Coat UV Resin, and we are going to be making our own plugs. We're going to cast our own plugs with the Resin Rockers plug mold. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So before we get started, I am going to prep my resin. What I typically will do is I'll put this in the warm water. So I have a little bottle warmer over here. I'm just gonna loosen the lid a little bit. I'm gonna put it right into my bottle warmer and we're gonna warm it up for about 5 or 10 minutes. And that way it just makes it really nice and runny. That way when I go to pour this, I don't have to worry about any bubbles. I don't have to worry about anything. It'll do the work for me. It's gonna be great. Hello, Teresa. Look at you getting your name on there. Liz, Teresa that just came into the lobby and met you is on here. Teresa. It was great meeting you too. I love visitors. So that was a nice, refreshing start to my afternoon before my live. So welcome. I hope that you found what you're looking for, and we hope to see you doing some crafts here soon. Well, hello, Psycho Granny. How are you? Hi, Amanda. Welcome in, you guys. We got a great crowd. I'm excited to see you guys. So thanks for joining us. All right, so I am gonna go ahead. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off this lid. And the reason that I take the lid off is because I want as little friction as possible on this tumbler, because we're gonna be kind of banging it around and getting the glitter in there, and obviously drilling. We're gonna be drilling it too. So I just usually like to take it off to give it a nice clean surface before I get started. Hello, MR, welcome in. Good to see you. All right, so I got my drill ready. I got new drill bits. I'm really excited about these drill bits. I don't know why, because I just geek out on stuff like that. We're gonna give these a try. We're gonna see if they're any good. I do believe that drill bits do dull over time. So I think it is time for a new one for me. So we're gonna give it a shot. So we're gonna do 2 holes, guys. We're gonna do one at the top and one at the bottom. You see these little divots here? I usually try to steer clear of those little divots right here because it is a little bit of a raise inside the tumbler. So I don't want any obstacles. The less obstacles for me, the better off we're going to be. All right, so I'm gonna put that, hey, that rhymed. I love rhyming and I love puns. I'm just a nerd like that. All right, so we're gonna go right in at the beginning here. Now, I'm gonna try to do this on camera as much as possible, but I really need my drill to be upright. So let me see if I can raise this up a little bit for you guys. Or at least I can get it started, and then you guys will be able to see what we do. So I start with medium pressure, and I go pretty slow. Perfect. All right, we've got our first hole. Uh-oh. Why is my screen black? I must have bumped, oh, I see. I like bumped it off the little holder there. Okay, so I got my first hole drilled. It's ready to go. Let's go in with our second one. You ladies were great, very welcoming, very reassuring, giving a good confidence boost for my daughter and I. Your daughter and yourself are going to kill it. I am confident. What can I wipe my resin projects with after finishing them? Great question. Dawn dish soap and warm water. That is all you want to use. You don't want to use any kind of harsh chemical, including alcohol. It will muddy up or give you like a cloudy finish on your pieces, so steer clear of that. Hello, Shop with the Lad. How are you? I hope you're enjoying your products. All right, we're going in with the second one. Medium pressure. Don't let the cracking sound scare you. There we go. There's our second hole. Now what I typically do to get rid of these little fun remnants is I usually will take my glitter brush and just kind of dust. Oh, well, my glitter brush is full of glitter. Oh my. What the heck? Oh, geesh. Looks like it might be time for a new glitter brush. All right. So I'm going to clean up my workspace just a little bit here because I don't want to start my project off with glitter. I mean, glitter's everywhere, right? I'm just going to clean this up real quick. All right. Now I'm going to brush the top of my tumbler. And you just want to make sure that you get any acrylic pieces off. We're going to tap it a little bit to make sure. Thank you. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. New glitter brush. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna dust this off. Now, if you look at this tumbler and you see a couple acrylic pieces in here just from drilling, what we're going to do is we are going to take some tweezers. Let's see what else we got. 2 holes instead of 1. I've seen both ways. Okay, I will tell you that I've made so many of these tumblers and I never do 1 hole because you need airflow. When you don't have airflow and you're putting a liquid in here, there's nowhere for the air to escape. So it just creates a ton of bubbles. So if you start and you have both holes open, then your opportunity for less bubbles and being able to seal it the same day are going to be in your favor. All right, so I got that little piece out. Hey-yo! You know, I got stuff flying all over the studio today, just left and right here. Let's see how much mess we can make, Liz. I don't know. We might be able to just...
days, I'm telling you.
It feels like a Monday, but it isn't a Monday. It's like the leftover from Monday, I feel like. Yep. That's where we're at. You're very welcome, Jess. I love my UV resin. It's the best first I've getting it. I totally get it. I totally get it. Throwing things today, only every day I shop at the Lad, every single day. Why not make a smaller hole for the breathing hole? Because I go in with wet ingredients on one, wet material on one, dry on the other to prevent clogs. Trust me, I have a system for everything, don't I, Liz?
You absolutely do.
I have a system for everything.
Tried and true.
That's right, that's right. All right, so everybody usually has some of this, right? This is just plain old blue painter's tape, and I use this as my shield. This is just acetate film. This is called shaker film in our shop, so you can buy some of this and reuse it over and over and over and over. I am going to put this painter's tape with my acetate film right up against my tumbler, and I usually try to make my painter's tape long enough to overlap to make sure that I have an airtight seal between the acetate and the tumbler itself. That way I don't have to worry too much about glitter getting down in between the two. That's kind of a pain, and I want to prevent that at all cost. But this really creates a nice non-sticky way to get your glitter into the tumbler. All right, so I've got my solution in here. This is a pre-mixed solution called Magic Flow. It is from Two Moms Craft Shack. It's a glycerin mix. Again, you can make your own or you can buy it from them. It comes in really nice half-gallon containers that they ship directly to your door. It takes the guesswork out. It's super less messy. I really do recommend it. So we're gonna go in. This is just a bottle that I have used, that I refill for all my snow globe tumblers when I'm doing these solutions. Make sure it's nice and clean. First time using Resin Rockers UV, and I love, love, love it. Okay, that makes sense to me. Very, very nice. Very nice. I'm so happy. Okay, so we're going in with our solution. We're going to put it into the front. So you want to save the shield for the back, do the solution in the front. We're going in with just enough to give you about an inch on the bottom. And the reason that I do that is so that the glitter doesn't get stuck. You don't want your glitter and your clay to get stuck down there. All right, now comes the fun part. We're gonna start filling up our tumbler with all these exciting things that we have going. This was a really fun project to put together for you guys because it does have quite the variety and you guys can really go crazy and get creative with it. Pardon my mess here. I feel like I've got all kinds of stuff going on. Got some of Tori's little creations going on, my little happy squirrel. Even a squirrel gets a nut every now and then. You missed that joke on Friday, Liz.
I can only imagine.
I got my little Cheeto earrings. You know, we got all kinds of fun stuff going on. Have you used polyacrylic? It doesn't flow, but it's like glitter tumbler without epoxy. I don't use polyacrylic. It's not as durable, and I don't think it's as safe as using something like glycerin or glue. But if you're doing a suspended tumbler and you're sealing it up, suspension, I've seen it done, and I've done it on ornaments, and it works really well. So I guess it just depends on what type of project you're working on. Is it sold out right now? is the kit sold out or the Magic Flow? So specify for us and we'll try to help you out. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my glitter first. So you're gonna get 2 ounces of the lemonade. 2 ounces of the lemonade glitter. This has some tinsel in it, so it's gonna give it extra dimension. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And because we're doing 5/16 inch holes, you're gonna see how easy this glitter goes right into that tumbler, you guys. Not a ton of trying to get it to squeeze in through that hole. It's gonna go right in, which is awesome. And the airflow also will help with that. So we're going to continue layering this up. Look at that, you guys. Look at that flow. Look how beautiful that is. This is gonna be a gorgeous tumbler. Oh, and did I mention somebody already called dibs on it?
Oh my gosh, already? I can only imagine who.
Somebody already grabbed it. Somebody already hit me up before I could even get it listed. They had to have this tumbler. Yes, it's a team member. We try to share. We try to share. All right, so we're adding some glitter here. We're gonna go in with a little bit more of our formula. Yes, the acetate sheet. Like Liz said, tried and true. I will try anything to make my job and yours easier. And that to me works better than anything I've ever tried. I've tried the silicone wraps. I've tried cardboard. I've tried paper. I've tried funnels. I have tried it all. This is the way to go to prevent mess, and being able to reuse it is even better. All right, so we're mixing that in, looking good. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more solution, and then we're gonna go in with some clays, and we're gonna try to see how our clay shapes are gonna take form. Now, the reason we picked lemonade for you guys, now you can create your own tumbler and add your own glitters from our shop if you want to, but we picked lemonade because it's very subtle, and you don't want it to take away from all of the shapes that we're going to be using. Now, obviously with our decals, we had to come up with some stuff that was gonna match well. Of course, the mushies. These are so cute. The marshmallows, the flame. I want to use all of these. And we're probably gonna do some glitter shapes for the trees. We included both in your kit so that you can decide what you want to use. You can use either the clay, or you can use the glitter shapes, or you can use both. So it really just depends on what you want to do, but you've got your options here. All right, so I am going to start out with my mushies because they're so cute. So we're just gonna add some of these. And as long as you have a nice little pathway, you can just tap them in. You can see them going right into the tumbler. And I will show you what to do if you get some, because sometimes you'll get one that gets stuck and you'll just have to take it out and then continue your little job of shaking them in, but they go in very, very easily. And then we're gonna swirl that around. That's so cute. All right, we're gonna add some more. And we're just gonna tap it in. Just tapping it in. Oh, the person who has spoken for the tumbler has joined.
Oh. I see her. Hey, Lori.
She is not gonna stand down on this. She wants this tumbler. She's gonna get this tumbler. I know it's probably even an answer, but whatever happened to George? Oh, George. Did we ever find George?
He's around. I don't know that we ever located him.
Where the heck is he?
I feel like he appears and then disappears.
You know where
He's
he...
very elusive.
I wonder if we took him to NAMTA.
We might have.
If that did happen, he's got to be in that bin. We're gonna have to go on a George hunt, Anthony.
Yeah.
We are going to have to go on a George hunt. Yes, these are little mushrooms. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of a closer look here. There you go. Don't be a hater.
That's what I was laughing.
Hey man, nobody's hating here. All right, so now to match our campfire flame, we've got to have some flames, right? So we're gonna go ahead and add some flames to this. Let's go ahead and add some of these bad boys. And they're going in easy, which is what we like to see. So we're just gonna continue our little journey of layering, and it becomes so satisfying. And we've got our little flames, our little campfire flames, and our little mushies. Now let's add a little bit more fluid to the tumbler. And then, you guessed it, we're gonna go in with a little bit more glitter. We wanna keep the bling going. So we're gonna add some more of the yellow glitter, and then we're gonna add some of the tree glitter too. I need to shower and I don't wanna miss it. You know what? Liz is gonna put this whole thing on YouTube as it is. We're not even gonna edit it. She is gonna put it on YouTube right after we're done here. And you will be able to go back and revisit this. And that way, if you want to make one of these tumblers, you can. You're gonna be able to do that. All right, we're going in with our trees, guys. This is just gonna lighten it up a little bit. We're gonna do some trees, some more yellow glitter. Let's see how these look. We're gonna kind of swirl it around. Now, we didn't make a ton of these kits, but we made some. So, again, they come with the decals and everything, so you guys won't have to hunt for the designs. We made the designs in-house. All right, we're gonna swirl this, see what it looks like. Ugh. Tell me that is not adorable. You've got your little mushies, you've got your trees, you've got your flames. All right, let's hit it up with a little bit more lemonade glitter.
We have a question about the size drill that you use.
Oh, 5/16 of an inch. I know it seems like a weird size, but I'm telling you, I've tried every size, and that works the best for airflow and being able to put your glitter in here. Glitter, clay, shapes, whatever you want to do, it's the perfect size to work with. So 5/16 of an inch. Also, may I add that that is one of the sizes available on the mold that you're going to use to plug your tumbler. So this is what we're going to cast to make our own plugs for the tumbler. And how awesome is it that you can create your own plugs right from your very workstation, and you can make them at a moment's notice, because we're going to do it with UV resin. It's a soft UV resin, and you're going to love it.
Someone is asking if the tinsel and the glitter would make it clump.
It does not, actually.
I think with that solution, it's pretty flowy.
Yes, it's very flowy. You can see it in there. But that's a great question. Love all these inquisitive questions. Love, love, love it. All right, so it wouldn't be complete if I didn't add some glow-in-the-dark stars too. So we're gonna add some glow-in-the-dark stars. I mean, one of my favorite things is being able to find my drink at night. Or, you know, even at the campfire, if you're walking back to your camper after you've enjoyed a few beverages, it might be nice to be able to find your beverage, right? So adding some glow-in-the-dark stars and charging those bad boys up are going to be awesome as you make your journey back to your camper. All right, we're gonna add some more because I'm obsessed with glow-in-the-dark. That's just me. Now you could also do different glitters if you wanted to do an Aurora Borealis theme. We have an Aurora Borealis bundle, glitter bundle, right? And so that would be a really good one too that you guys would be able to play with. See how well it's mixing in? It's looking so nice. All right, we're gonna add some more solution right to the front, and then we're going in with more lemonade. Let's add some more lemonade to the back. Tap that in. Why are you leaving your beverage if you're gonna be enjoying? I don't want to litter, shop the lad. I meant water to hydrate after I dehydrate. You know what I mean?
I like that. That's a good one.
You gotta rehydrate. I mean, come on. Let's be smart about this. We're camping, remember? We're camping. We're all camping together right now. All right, so we're gonna keep going here. We are going to mix this a little bit more. I'm gonna add some more solution. This is looking really nice. You can just keep alternating and alternating until you feel like you have the flow that you desire. And it looks so good. All right, you guys know I am obsessed with the mushies. I'm gonna add some more. Give this a little bit more color at the top. We're just gonna add all of them, why not? There's no rule against how much or how little you can add, but we've given you just enough of a variety to make a really nice tumbler here.
Okay, so Artistry by Anthony is in here with the jokes. We need to get him and Decal a pun off here.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome. I would love that.
So fun.
I would love that. Anthony, he is a loyal rocker.
Yeah.
I will tell you, he has been with us since almost the beginning. I remember him being on my live with George when I was making George, and I was still in the basement of my house.
Oh my gosh.
I was still in the basement of my house, and now look at us.
That's an OG.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Oh, there's Midnight Serenity. Welcome in. I hope your vacation is going well. Lori's going to be glamping. Yeah, see, I don't do the camping thing. I mean, maybe 20 years ago. 20 years ago, but not now. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's give this a little bit of a whirl here. All right, this looks awesome. This looks awesome. All right, we're going in with some more solution. You know what's really cool to see is how many people are starting to make these just from watching our videos.
I know, it's so fun.
I love that. I love that. You guys are amazing. All right, we're adding a little bit more lemonade. We're gonna swirl that around and mix it up really good.
Anthony said Jenna really liked her present, so thank you to you and your team.
Oh, that was so generous of you, Anthony. And that was like, she was so excited. She was like, oh my gosh, what did I get? And then when she opened it, she was just like, oh my gosh.
Aww.
She's already using it. She's already using it. I mean, if you're gonna get somebody something, that's like the perfect gift to give, because you know it's something they're gonna use like every single day. So you killed it on that one, buddy. Killed it. All right, we're adding more glitter. All right, so I say we add a little bit more flames. This is looking so good so far. Very excited about this one. And it's almost full, you guys. It's almost full already. All right, we're gonna add some more flames. I'm gonna kind of mix those around. Look at that. Let's add a little bit more.
Heather said her MagicCure lamp is having a lot of fun on vacation. I don't know if you saw the pictures yet, but
Oh, I can tell.
oh
I'm
my
like
gosh, they're so funny.
out of control. I'm like dying
I'm
laughing.
gonna be using some of those.
It's awesome. It is just too awesome. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more of the glitter shaped trees, and then we are going to, now you do have the moon and stars in here, so really every clay has a decal to match. So we've got the moon and the stars, you've got the trees, cutest little camper, you've got your fire, your mushies, and then of course it wouldn't be complete without the glamping part of it, right? I just love the little design, the little flags up top, little curtains. It's so nice and quaint. All right, we're gonna add that in there. Do you know anyone that sells wraps for cups? Great question. I feel like they're all over the place. There is a place that I am about to order from that I keep seeing on Instagram, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the plunge and try her out. It's called Wild and Gorgeous Transfers. Have you ever heard of them?
I haven't, no.
She's got some really cute stuff.
I'll have to check them out.
And I was like, I mean, I need to give her a shot and see. I know, I'm trying to think. It's pretty personal. They do a ton of decals and their stuff's really good. I don't know if she does wraps, but she definitely does the decals. I'm trying to think of who else that does wraps. I don't know if Heather does wraps. I'm not sure if she does or not. But I will be looking for you. I will see what I can find for you guys. All right, so I think we need to add a little bit more lemonade glitter to this. Wild and Gorgeous Transfers is the name of the place that I saw that does the wraps. They do all kinds of stuff too, like t-shirt transfers and all kinds of fun stuff. So I feel like there might be a, oh, it's a tree. I'm like, what's clogging me up here?
What kind of paper is that you're using again?
This
Yeah.
This is acetate film. So it's the shaker film that we sell in our store. So if you go to our store and you search shaker film, you're going to find it. And I believe, is there a list of all of the tools that we suggest in the listing, Liz?
Yes, there are.
So if you have trouble finding anything, if you just look at the product listing, you'll be able to see everything that we recommend, or everything that I'm using right now, actually.
Yep, everything's in there.
All right, so this is looking good. I don't know that I'm gonna add anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off my little homemade lovely shield here. And I'm gonna close up my glitter. I'm going to kind of roll my workspace really quick so that I can keep my sanity. Perfect. Just so that I can mess it up again. That's how we roll here. All right, so I'm going to add some more solution to the top of the tumbler. And we are going to turn this bad boy over with our plugs intact so that you guys can see. Now these are called Corks. These are Resin Rockers Snow Globe Tumbler Corks. What these will do is they will actually allow you to plug up your tumbler so that you can test the flow to see if you like it, test the inclusions, see if you like it before. Now this is a prime example of why I do 2 holes. So if you notice when I'm trying to put the solution in, do you see how it's kind of trying to bubble out at the same time right here? There's tons of space here, but the solution isn't going in. It's because there's no airflow, and as soon as I open that up, it goes right in. So you definitely want to make sure that you are adding that second hole, because it's going to make your life so much easier when you're doing these. All right, so I'm going to kind of top those off. And I'm going to show you another tool that I like to use that makes my life easier as well. That's my little massager. My little massager to tap down the glitter and the clay that I've added. So we're gonna add our little cork in here. It's my little stopper. And then I'm gonna clean right here.
Here's a good question. Someone's asking if the size of the hole, the 5/16, is the standard size of a heat pen. I'm not sure if you know.
It is, but here's why I don't like the heat pen. This is why. Again, tested and not successful. Okay, so when you're using the heat pen, it will leave this rough barrier right here because you're melting the plastic is what you're doing. You're melting the plastic to get down in there. Now it is the same size as the 5/16 inch, so I'm not saying it won't work, but the problem is you got to smooth all this out, otherwise your plug isn't going to fit. Your cork isn't going to fit, your plug isn't going to fit. You're going to be very frustrated. It's not going to be level. You can see how unlevel it is. So that's why I drill all of my cups. It seems like this would be the easy way out, but it's really not, because it ends up creating more work for you because it's not level and it takes a little bit longer and it's frustrating. And I am not about frustration, trust me. Just not having it. All right, so I've got that. Now what I want to do is we're going to flip this over and we're going to start loosening up any air pockets that we might have created when we filled our cup up. Look how pretty. So what this will do is any air that we have created while we were adding things, we're going to loosen it up, and having these corks in is going to allow you to do that. So I'm shaking it up and you can see where anything is stuck. That's where this awesome little massager is going to come into play. We're just going to tap the side of our cup like this, and it's going to loosen up all the glitter and clay that's at the top so that you have a nice clean air pocket here. We don't want to seal it up with a ton of air in it. That makes it a lot harder and it makes the flow a lot different. We want it to have a nice even flow, and we want it to look really, really nice. All right, so you can see how much air I've already freed up. So this is the other way. If you want to seal it up and you want to make it in one day, this is the way that I recommend doing it. If you want to degas it overnight, you can do that too, but it's again gonna just delay the process quite a bit. So I wanted to show you how to do this in one take, one try. All right, so we have loosened that up. Now we're gonna roll it. You can see how much air I already got out. We're gonna top that off with some solution. So we're gonna take our plugs out. It's really in there. Sometimes because I get glycerin on my hands, I gotta use pliers. Okay. Let me move my lovely decals out of the way. I don't want to get them all messed up if I happen to make a mess, which I know I will because I do every time. All right, we're going to add some more solution to top this off. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is, if there's an air pocket here in the middle, which there usually is, we're going to make sure that that gets filled with solution also. So I'm going to put my cork back in, and I'm going to gently tap on the bottom corner of my cup, which will allow the solution to flow into this air pocket in the middle and allow me to top it off a little bit better. There we go. And I usually just try to drip it in because that way it can run where it needs to run. And again, just gently tapping on the bottom will fill in this little air pocket right here. That's always the troublemaker. There we go. The object, the name of the game is to get as much out as you can. It's almost full. And we're gonna just repeat that process one more time before we seal it up. So we're gonna put our little cork right in there. We're gonna mix it up. This is gonna show you what the flow looks like in its entirety now that we have most of the air out. Look how pretty. That is so cute. I know she's drooling watching this. But this is super cute, you guys. This is the perfect camping snow globe tumbler. And I love the tinsel. It looks so cute. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna tap the top right here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. There's a little air pocket right there. We're gonna get that air down to the bottom. Kind of decal paper. So it is actually vinyl. So we're using vinyl. All right. We've loosened it up. This looks great. All right. Now that my hands are full of glycerin, which is always lovely, I'm gonna rinse them off, and then we are going to start sealing this up and then finishing it off with our fun little decals. Take my corks out since we don't need those anymore. I'm gonna put those aside, and now we are going to cast our plugs. So we are going to actually make our own. These are all dirty. Sorry guys, hold on. I need to get a clean cup. I'm gonna clean these cups. I usually clean them all in bulk and put them in my workstation. That way they're ready to go. What I will do to clean my cups is I use tape to get the extra resin out, and then I will go wash them with Dawn dish soap and a little bit of warm water. That way they're nice and clean. Dawn dish soap and a little water. That would be amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.
This one
Might be okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're cleaning this workstation up a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and cast our plugs. So let's take a look at our plug mold. This is a mold specific to resin rockers. I invented this mold specifically for snow globe tumblers. And this is what it looks like. So there's two sizes of plugs. One will fit the glass tumblers. I get that question all the time. Will it fit the glass tumblers? Yes, it does, and it works amazing. All right, and the formula we're using for this is the Soft Coat UV Resin by Resin Rockers. So I'm gonna show you how to make your own plugs. Now, you can add glitter. You can add glitter to the resin if you want them to match the bottom of your tumbler, but you certainly don't have to. But all we're going to do is fill this up. And it's nice and runny because I warmed it up beforehand. So you want to fill it up to where it's just beaded slightly above the rim there. And then what you want to do is you want to take your silicone brush and you want to fan it out to that rim. And that's what is going to provide a nice thin barrier right around the hole of your snow globe tumbler. So we're just pulling that resin out all the way around. Now I've seen people do so many different things. Furniture bumpers, I've seen people using glue dots, I've seen people using tape, I've seen it all. And I'm telling you, this is what you want. This is the easiest way to do it. A little tiny drop can create a plug for you. You can buy a small bottle of the soft coat and it will get you hundreds of plugs. All right, once you have that done, we are going to take a lighter and just add a little bit of heat all the way across, just like that. And of course, we are going to use the MagicCure lamp, the star of the show. We are going to bring over the MagicCure lamp and we are going to turn the wattage all the way up. So we're turning it up to 48 watts. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see that. So 48 watts, which is all the way up. And we are going to do it for 120 seconds. Then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do another 120 seconds. Yes, we sell everything I'm showing you. So we sell the lamp, the resin, the corks, the plugs, the tools, all the glitters, the clays, the tumblers, the decals, everything. Look at those rainbow nails, and I'm excited. Thanks. Yeah, the plugs are a game changer. If you guys are using glue sticks or furniture bumpers or glue dots or whatever it is you're using, this is the way to go. It's just, it takes all the complication out, takes all the guesswork out. It's so easy. So much easier. All right, so in about 30 seconds, I'm gonna flip this mold over. We're going to cure the other side and then I'll be able to take these out and let you take a peek. But so far, so great. This is looking really, really nice. And again, the kit comes with everything you need except for the resin. So you guys can add the resin. I'm using the original Resin Rockers formula to seal up the bottom once I get my plugs in. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bottle warmer now, but this is what the original formula looks like. So I'm going to put that in my bottle warmer and let that start warming up. All right, fresh paper towel so that we make sure the bottom of our tumbler is nice and clean. We want that nice and clean. I'm gonna take my mold now and I'm gonna flip it over. And we're gonna do 60 seconds. That's probably all it's gonna need because I only did 4 plugs, so it's gonna be nice and easy. We like nice and easy, don't we? We'll take it, we'll take it. I also cure my tools in the lamp so that you can easily clean them. Just peel the resin off, and it's fully cured, so it's safe. Thanks, Liz.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'm going to show you guys. We're going to make some of these little plugs. This music's interesting, isn't it?
I know. Makes me feel like I'm in like a video game or something right now.
Yes. I feel like I should have my gaming chair and my headphones.
Yep.
All right, so let's take the lamp out of the equation and let's see what we have. All right, so here are the plugs. So we're just gonna take them right out of the mold. And this is what they look like, you guys, like that. And the cool part about these is they're nice and squishy. So they actually will conform to the hole. So you can see how squishy they are. So that's what creates that nice airtight seal, is that little squishiness to it. So they've got a little bit of give. So that's what we're going to use to seal this up. All right. So now I'm going to use my mold. I kind of use it for 2 things. Not only do I use it to create my plugs, but I use it to hold up my tumbler while I seal it. So I'm going to prop my tumbler up on its side like this, and we're going to go for this first hole. And what I want to do is take a little bit of alcohol. I'm going to spray the bottom of this tumbler, and then we're going to make sure that it's nice and clean. We don't want any solution. We don't want any glitter. We don't want anything in its way. We want it to be nice and dry. All right, next we are going to use the original formula. And I'm just going to go right around the rim of the hole right here, just like that. Just a little tiny bit. And then we're going to take our plug and we are going to place it right down into that hole. And you'll see that it fits like a glove. We're going to press it down into that hole, and then we're going to take our original formula and we are going to layer a little bit more right on top, just like that. And then we're going to use our lighter to get rid of any air bubbles that we might have created during that process. And then I'm going to use my little flashlight just to set it in place. And then we're going to use the MagicCure lamp to finish it off. The bottle warmer that I use is actually an Advent bottle warmer for baby bottles. It is the easiest one, I think, for resin because it doesn't get super hot. I've seen ones that actually will boil over and splash everywhere, and that's just not safe, and it can make your resin too hot. There is such a thing as making your resin too warm. So I feel like that one is just a gradual warming, and it makes the water the same temperature, so it'll keep it at a certain temperature. So it's a really nice and easy one to use. All right, so now that we have this one nice and sealed up right here, I'm going to flip the tumbler around and we're going to give it a little tap here. We're going to follow the same process. We want to make sure there's no air pockets in the middle there. We want to make sure all of the air makes its way to this hole right here. Which I believe it has, which is awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna sand a little bit to roughen up the surface, which will allow that resin to stick really, really well on the bottom, and it also helps to prevent leaks. So you can do this before, or you can do it when I'm doing it like right now. It just depends on what you prefer. It doesn't really matter. I usually at least seal up one hole before I sand. That way I don't get sand dust inside my tumbler. But again, everybody has their own little system. All right, we're gonna add a little bit more alcohol here. Clean it up really nice. I wanna make sure you get around the rim. And then we're going to take our solution, and I, at this point, like to try to drip it in so that I don't get the solution all over my tumbler. Just a slow drip. And then working any air to the top. You can see where the air pocket is right here. We're going to kind of work that to that little area. We're going to move that out of the way. Now we're going to go to the right, and you just kind of alternate right to left until you feel like you've got all the air to the surface. And it's nice and full. Clean it again. And if you feel like you have bubbles, you can use the alcohol to your advantage. The alcohol will actually help pop any surface bubbles that you have as well. Using a clean part of my paper towel. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go in around the hole with our original formula, like that. And then we're going to pop our little plug right into the hole, like that. And put a little bit more on top, like that. Lighter, set, and then we're going to finish it off with the lamp. And then we're going to fill it in. We're going to fill this in with some glitter and some resin. That way we have a nice seamless bottom that matches the cup. The solution is a glycerin mix. It is from Two Moms Craft Shack. It's actually called Magic Flow. And they mix it there in their little shop, and they package it up and send it out to you, and it is awesome. So I would check that out if you haven't already. Their stuff is really great. So many good questions today.
Lots of good ones.
Thanks for the likes, guys. We're almost at 10,000. Let's get there. Tap that screen for me. That would be amazing. Yes, you are going to have to check out YouTube. Liz is going to be on it. All right, so we've cured this for 60 seconds. Looks good, you guys. Looks good. All right, so let me clean this up real quick. And then we are going to fill the bottom in with some more resin. And that's where I'm going to use my cups. All right, so we're gonna mix some glitter with our resin because we want it to match our cup. So that's what we're gonna do next. All right, so let's see here. Here's a cup. I'm gonna pour some resin into this cup. And we're gonna use the same glitter that we used to fill the tumbler so that it's nice and seamless. That's the lemonade glitter. And we're gonna mix that up with our silicone brush. One of the most satisfying parts, what it looks like when you add the glitter to the resin. And we have other tutorials too, you guys, with other snow globe tumbler kits that we have. We have a Wednesday one, we have a teacher one, we have composition notebook one, we have holiday themed ones. We have all kinds of different ones. So this is just one of the many. All right, so now we're gonna add our resin to the bottom of the tumbler. And you don't wanna overfill it. You wanna leave a little bit of a ridge there because we're gonna put a decal down. That way, if you guys have tumbler instructions or you just wanna put a note to someone, or maybe you have a company and you want your brand on it, you wanna leave enough room so that you can put that decal down and seal it in with a layer of clear. Now you don't have to worry too much about it leveling out. It'll level out on its own, which is beautiful. And I'm just gonna use a little bit of heat with my lighter to even it out. We're gonna let that rest for a minute and let that settle in. This is so amazing. I want 20 of them. They are great gifts.
Yeah, they really are.
I mean, you can put people's names on them if you guys have a Cricut. Thanks for the likes, you guys. 12,000, you guys rock. Thank you.
We have a lot of people asking about the paper used to print the decals. It's
vinyl. Yes, it's a printed or it is a vinyl paper. It's a waterproof decal paper. You have to make sure that it's waterproof, it doesn't bleed, and inkjet doesn't work as well if you're doing something like this. You want a laser jet printer because it will burn the ink into the decal, making it weatherproof, waterproof, and resilient. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my torch just to add a little bit of pressure. I wanna make sure if there happen to be any bubbles that I missed, I'm gonna nail them and get them out of there. So you can see it kind of pushing those bubbles down. You can see them popping. That's what you want. When you let it rest, it allows more of the bubbles to get to the top. And that's when you'll be able to get them. Now, I printed some decals. So we're gonna use one of these because, I mean, we have to. So we're gonna use one of these to put on the bottom there. But before I put that down, I'll be able to at least show you this tumbler. So We'll give this about another minute or so, and then we'll be able to cure this, and then I'll clean it up and we will be able to show you. It'll be finished, which is awesome. All right, so I have a little bit of extra resin. And of course, you guys know me, I don't waste. So let's go ahead and add this resin to this little gemstone mold that goes with our cage pendants. Because I have a little someone coming in about 10, 15 minutes. My little CEO Junior, Lorenza, she runs the roost around here once a week, doesn't she, Liz?
She sure does.
She loves to see what Auntie created. She's going to want to know, what did you make today, Auntie?
All the deeds.
All of it. She wants to know it all. So we'll go ahead and make her a little something. And Roman, too. Of course. Can never leave out Roman. All right, so while that's setting, let's go ahead and just cure these. We might as well, and cure my tools while I'm at it. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to put my solution away because I'm officially done with that. Look at me trying to put stuff away as I go. Aren't you proud?
I know. We're really keeping it clean in here lately. It's pretty awesome.
I'm trying. Now, one other thing that you guys can do, you've got enough glitter in your kit and clay that you could do the top of your lid. So all you have to do is sand the lid, mix your glitter just like I did in that little cup, and you can actually coat the top of your lid to match your tumbler, and it looks awesome. So you can do that. You can do it with clay shapes. You don't have to do glitter. You can do it with your clay shapes too. All right, let's turn this over. Cure this for another 60 seconds, and then I think we're gonna be good to go here. I hear little voices.
Uh-oh, I think they've arrived.
I think they've arrived. They like to help out. They're good little workers. They
are. They work hard.
They do. They do. They're great.
I saw them get done more in an hour than I've seen people get done in past jobs. Their whole shifts. They work their little butts off.
And they have their little time card.
Oh, so sweet.
They're so cute. She's cleaning because people are watching.
You would think.
I like your line of thinking, though. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We use glossy. I like the glossy.
Yeah.
It's better. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside. I'll let Lorenza take those out. All right, let's go ahead and cure this. Are we ready? Let's do it. We're going to start at 18 watts. We want to cure this slow, and then we'll move up in wattage. Hi, Lorenza. How are you? Good? I'm making a tumbler. You want to sit there? All right. All right, so we've got it up to 24 watts. You want to say hi? Ready?
Hi.
My little helper today. All right, let's take a look. That's a Cheeto. It's a Cheeto earring. You've got your ears pierced, don't you?
Cheeto.
You want to show them the Cheeto?
Cheeto.
There's all kinds of fun stuff there, huh?
Yeah.
Earrings.
Oh, kissy lip. Kissy lip.
Oh, yeah, those are cute, aren't they? Little rainbow kissy lips.
Kissy lip.
All right. So let's test this It looks great. Awesome, awesome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put our decal on. Right on the bottom. And we're gonna seal that in with a final coat. And I will do that last, but first, we're going to add our decals to the tumbler. So what I like to do before I add the decals is to make sure that your tumbler is completely clean. So I usually take some alcohol spray and I'll spray the tumbler down, and I use a clean paper towel in one direction. And I will just go around the tumbler and make sure it's nice and clean. And then I'm gonna clean my little space here so that I can keep the tumbler clean. And there is our tumbler. So I'm gonna leave it sitting that way, that direction. We're gonna add our decals now. It is just alcohol. It is 91% alcohol. I know, the spray bottles. We've been out of the spray bottles. We've got to get.
I know. We need to get some.
I have to, because they spray the perfect mist every single time. They are the best. They are the best.
We have a few people who missed the flow. Can you show the flow again?
I sure can. So let's get it, now that it's all mixed up, let's get it moving again. Since I've had it sitting, we'll loosen everything up. We're gonna loosen this up, get everything moving, and then I'll show you the final flow. The egg.
The egg hatched.
It did hatch. There's the flow.
I know this broke apart.
So you guys can see it.
That looks so good.
Doesn't it look good? What do you think, Lorenza?
I cannot see it.
What do you think?
Oh, that's great.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
This down. Putting this together though.
Okay.
I'm more focused on putting
I'm gonna lay this flat for now so I can get my decals on. So the decals come in the kit too. And these are the decals that come in the kit. So you get your little camper, you get your mushies, you get your s'mores, your campfire, you get moon, stars, the cutest little camper decal, and some fir trees, which are super, super cute. So let's go ahead and add some of these fun little decals. All right, we got to do the cutest little camper first. What do you think, Lorenza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm making all the animals in a spot.
Are you?
Yeah, see? All the animals.
Oh, yeah.
Still adding them, some of them.
That's
I'm
awesome.
making room. Just scooching these over.
All right, so let's add our cutest little camper. Let's make sure this is nice and clean.
Ooh, it's sticking. It's sticking.
Is it?
Yeah, it's sticking.
Oh, yeah. All right, so there's our cutest little camper decal.
Can I show them something funny?
You want to show them something funny? Go ahead. But you got to put it under here because they can't see it. There you go. She wants to show you her little gecko, her little lizard.
Hey, that might end up happening in real life if you take that camping. Might get a lizard or
That's
two.
true. That's true. All right, so we've got this. Now we're going to go ahead and add our campfire. Wouldn't be complete without that. We're going to add some s'mores. Oh, there is bacon and egg. Yeah, she did. Add some of our fun little marshmallows on here, our toasted marshmallows.
These eggs. Someone cracked these eggs. Someone cracked these eggs on the bottle.
They
Someone
did.
cracked these eggs on the bottle.
They sure did. All right, we got our toasted marshmallows. All right, I'm gonna go to the other side to put our camper on here. Let's keep this guy moving.
Ooh, we have a request to see the gecko again. Can you show it, Lorenza?
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Put it right here, under here. There it is. Perfect.
He's chasing his tail.
Oh, that's a fun game. All right, let me put the camper on.
Something's getting me.
Put our little camper on. Let's put some mushies down.
Do you notice that
I
if you
love
don't
this
degas,
bottle.
you have large bubbles?
I love this bottle.
If you notice what?
If you don't degas.
Oh, not as long as you follow the process that I've showed you. As long as you follow that, you shouldn't have really big bubbles. Now, if you are using glue, I've noticed that you can have some more bubbles. I've noticed that that can be an issue. So it really just depends on what you're doing, what you're using. The glycerin, I feel like, is a lot less troublesome, but yeah, no, that's a great question. All right, so I chose to do the campfire with the s'mores, the little camper. I've got the cutest little camper decal. I've got my little mushrooms on here, and there's still some left. So depending on which clay you guys use, if you want to do the moon and the stars that comes with it, you've got the option to use those decals as well. You've got your little trees, which I still might add. I still might add my trees here. But for the most part, I would say this is a definite success, and you can make it in an hour. You can make this tumbler in about an hour, and the flow is just perfect. It's super cute. So the kit is for sale in the shop if you guys want to make one. Reach out to us if you have any questions. We'll post the full tutorial on YouTube. But this is it. This is what you get. It comes with just about everything you need except the resin. So all I'm going to do now is fill the bottom in with some clear to seal this up, and it'll have a nice seamless look to it. So I hope you guys had fun today. I had a blast as always. This is always a good treat for me. So if you guys have questions on anything, let us know. Make sure you join our Facebook group, Resin Rockers Tips and Tricks. Look for the full tutorial on YouTube later on, and we will see you back on here again very, very soon.